Good morning, everybody. Susan, if you're still here. Janet, good morning. How y'all doing in Texas this morning, Janet? I'm doing good over here. It was a little stormy yesterday, though, I got to admit, but it was a good day. I had a great day because I was able to be at home, but it was good. Just rained and stormed and lightning and good old thunderbuster, I guess. Hopefully everybody can hear me good this morning. I feel like I got a little frog in my throat, and I didn't. I don't know where that came from. Probably not enough coffee yet. Hopefully my phone is working and y'all can hear me. Let me know, Janet. Yep, loud and clear. There you go. Very good, very good. Hey, Madeline. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, can y'all tell I'm already hungry this morning? It's sad. I swear my appetite. If it's, of course, it's not just the waffles, it's the syrup that really makes it right. That's what I want. I want the dang syrup. Hey, Messy Palette Australia. Very good. Hey, Susie Allen. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Y'all forgive my throat. I really am not sick. I don't know. It doesn't even feel scratchy. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. And I've had coffee already this morning, but I have more. Don't worry, I have more. Yeah, we got our coffee right here. We're good. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Good morning. Thank y'all for jumping on this morning so early. T, good morning. Teresa, we're all invested in your house sale. How's it going? You have to tell us in the comments. I hope it's showing. I hope it's going well. Yeah. I saw I figured I'd jump on quick this morning and give y'all a recap of the journals. Oh, it's going terrible. Don't tell me that. We all going to send good positive vibes your way and say some prayers up for that. It was Easter and all that, Teresa. So just keep that. I mean, you're an ex real estate agent. You know how this market stuff goes. Yeah, it just you know better than any of us, but it'll turn around. I know it will. Your home is beautiful. She really does have a beautiful home. Okay, we're gonna jump in real quick. I'm gonna now. A lot of these you've already seen, right? I know that. So let's see, what is that shininess on here, huh? Mhm. There we go. Um, let's show you. I'll recap the Cinderella. So most of y'all have seen this already. We're just gonna flip through this one real quick because I think it's Sleeping Beauty that nobody has seen yet. She was sleeping, so y'all know that's a little tuck. The story in this one, as in the other two, are all in the front. I kept the storybook pages in the front. I decorated this one, the storybook pages, pretty heavily with trims and stuff. And I added some just little tuck spots, not really tuck spots, I guess writing spots in between. There is a tuck spot in that. Oh, let me show y'all. Y'all didn't see this part. So these are the dangles that I have for this journal. I think I'm going to do it differently, though, my next set of journals that I do. I think I'm not going to have them so. You can take these off. I mean, everybody knows that and use them in other applications if you want. But it just seems like, as if you're an actual journaler, that might get in the way, you know? Hey, Susan. Hey, Susan got the gold star for today. She was on bright and early. So that's a little tag there. And I've told y'all this before, I wanted this journal to explode. Like Amber at the Thrifty Journal Shop, her journals just, they just leave such an impression on me. I can't even begin to tell y'all uh, how impressionable her journals are on my mind. I just walk away from those journals thinking, oh my God, that was so fascinating to see her creations. I love them all. And I don't even journal like that. But she does such a great job. So I just added a little star notepad there. Then Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo in here. And again, I know a lot of y'all have already seen this. Susie, you've already seen this one. And then the glassine envelope with a couple of little note cards in here. And then this large tag. A lot of this ephemera, a lot of this ephemera and things came from a Happy Mail. Well, other than even Renee's at it again, sent me a big Happy Mail with a lot of Disney princess stuff in it. But there are other Stacy and Denise's Happy Mails in here. Janet, you might want to pipe in because I think I might have tucked some of your Happy Mail in here too. I think. So we've got this, and then I just added this little micro belly band with a card that you can remove. I had done that early on and I'd gotten away from it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to add that to this one. She's always been your favorite too. Yeah. Cinderella, Cinderella. Yeah, this. And then that's from Madeline. This little tab is from Madeline. And then this is a large card. And this is vintage wrapping paper as the background. And that came from Angela the Traveling Crafter. And then this one, I think this is new. Oh, yeah, look. It is because look what I did. I forgot this is a little tuck. And look what I forgot to do. I forgot to put something in it. So we could, let me find something a little skinnier, I guess. Put that in there. And I went through it this morning again, and I still didn't catch that. And then this is from Denise. So pretty, though. So pretty. And then that one. File folder. Part of just some fussy cuts from the book. Those little mean stepsisters. What's their names? Anastasia and Drusilla? That's their names? Ugly names, even. I hope nobody's named that. They're just ugly. And then this is, better put that this way because it's getting bent up. That is some notepads. And then that little fabric belly band that I got that idea from Diane Hubert. Just layering them on top of, and I backed that with some type of cardstock file folder or something and just made that a belly band. And I loved it. I need to make some more of those. And this little notepad. I hope everybody's week has went well. Y'all, I had a fabulous week. I'm not even gonna lie. It was a great week for me. Yesterday was good. I was telling them earlier it was storming, but I was home, so it was all good. I was fantastic. And then this little bag with a little tall card. I maybe need to put maybe a little tab or something right there, maybe some fabric. I'm always adding something, you know. Not always, but you know what I mean. Like I'll see something, I'll go, oh, maybe I should do that. And then I put a little lace up here, and this is your center signature. And then I cut her out, and she's backed onto cardstock, so that's a writing tuck. And then these, I loved these. These came from Danielle at Butterbun Bookery. And I also just used this little C index divider cord. And then this washi right here I thought was so pretty. I have had these tally cards, y'all, almost 2 years. I'm telling you. Just one of the, like, I remember when I got them in the thrift store, I remember that and thinking to myself, that was like one of the first, what I consider vintage finds that I ever found. And then I just found these. I just found these last week. They're they had, it's a teacher's pack of flashcards. They had the alphabet, and then they also have picture flashcards in this whole set. It's a fabulous set. Anyway, it's a matte back. That's it. This is the card. That's it. And I thought, oh, I'm going to make that a little Cinderella card. And then Precious Moments is this one. Yeah, there are a few extras. I went through and wanted to stick a few. I love these cards. I sent Diane Hubert one of these because I loved them, and it reminded me of her style too. So those little saddle shoes go with that little poodle skirt. It came as a set. And then I took just these little bitty tuck spots. I saw somebody do this, y'all, and I can't remember who. Because y'all know I'd tell you, but I can't remember who did it. It was just interesting to me to have those little spots like that. Left this plain if you wanted to do like a little photo. Those are perfectly, there's a few of these in here, a few of these half pages in here. And then that is it. This page right here, this actually came because it says a place for your thoughts here. This actually is a page out of a Bella Grace book. And I thought that would be a neat kind of little place if you wanted to journal there too. Yeah. So that is Cinderella. Now let's look at Snow White. There's some additions to Snow White too. Okay, so here is her little end pieces, a couple of little rosettes, some wooden heart buttons, and then these three are vintage buttons, and they came in Happy Mail. And this little red rosette came from Renee's At It Again in Happy Mail. These were not from Renee's At It Again. They were from another Happy Mail, and I love them. They're beautiful. These are beautiful. And so, yeah, so on the back here, I just tucked in this came from Angela the Traveling Crafter. It's very tight, though. It's very snug. 4 signatures in each one of these books have 4 signatures. I don't know if I'll do that again. I might. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that again. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate you. Do I sign my books before I send them? I will sign them. If someone purchases my book, I will sign. I will actually write a quick little note, um, and I will sign them. But I wait to see who it is because if I know that person, I like to make them kind of special and unique to that person. Um, this, you can see here, y'all remember I put the tabs at the top. These are fabric tabs. And again, the first 2 signatures are the actual book pages. So if you wanted to read the book, it's here. Now, this one was a little different in the sense that I added one of those big glassine envelopes. And what I did was I just found this this visual came out of a book that I just found. And y'all, when I tell y'all I'm in love with this book, oh my good, I've cut pages out of it already. I didn't even show it in a haul. Nope, didn't. Just went straight to cutting from it. But it is snug. So now it's plain on the back, so you can take it out and write on it, but I'm not going to take it out today because I'll struggle getting it back in because it is that snug. I wanted it to look like that, wanted to have that visual. This is a vintage flash card. Just love those little kids. These little bingo cards are digitals that I found, and y'all, I will try to remember to if you're looking for a bingo card digital. I've never done a lot of digitals. But I've been looking for a variety of bingo cards. And I've been thrifting for a couple of years now specific to junk journaling, and I never could really find a lot of bingo cards. I mean, I have some, and then I would get some in Happy Mail, but I said, okay, I'm tired of looking. And listen, try to go to eBay and find some, they're expensive. Like if you go to find a variety, it adds up. So I said, let me just go find a digital. This digital had such a wide variety. I wish I could get my hands on them. I'd show them to y'all. Um, oh, here they are right here. Let me show you. Let me show you some of these. I mean, they really, and this is like all on one page. They're different colors, different fonts. I mean, I absolutely loved them. I was so impressed by that. So it was exactly what I was looking for in a physical product, but it was a very, I'm highly recommending that digital. And I can't remember who it was, but like I said, in the live, in the comments later, I'll try to remember to, yeah, yeah, I'll try to remember to link that digital because whoever it is, he or she did a great job. Hey, good morning, Hope. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Erlene. Yeah. What happened with craziness, Teresa? What happened? Uh, oh, y'all were kicked out? What happened? I wonder what happened. Susie, yeah, are they back? Hey, Joni, good morning. Eva, good morning. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I just put a little piece of washi there too. If y'all wanted to, or if anybody wanted to close that up, they could, so it doesn't get all wrinkled up. This is the other glassine bag. So a glassine envelope. Each signature of the story has a glassine envelope, and this is a visual from a book that I had scored a long. Hey, Susie, you back? Okay, good. Who else got kicked out? Who else got kicked out? I didn't kick anybody out, y'all. No, 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 no. Oh, Cat, you're back. Yes. Okay. Okay, good. Um, that is from a book of fabric swatches. It's illustrations of fabric swatches. And this book, again, I got this almost 2 years ago. I should do a be on the lookout for this book too, because y'all, when I tell y'all this is one of the most fascinating books I have ever picked up, and guys, I'm not kidding. Almost 2 years I've had this book, and I have cut from it many times, and it's chock a block full of just images of fabric. It's an awesome book. I love it. Anyway, that's where that visual came from. And then another bingo card, another one of those bingo cards. And this is from the birthday book that I got on eBay that I thought was going to be like huge, and it turned out being tiny. But I mean, it's okay. I just was like, okay, I didn't think it'd be that small. Anywho, let's go on with the business. Let's go on with the business of flipping through. Let me make sure I'm still with y'all. Okay. This each signature, there's two more signatures of journaling space, okay? So each signature starts with the same scrapbook paper. That's what's the same. There are similarities within each signature, but they're a little different. They're each a little different. Um, my friend Debbie DePaul sent me these mini playing cards, and I love them. In fact, y'all, I got a variety of mini flashcards. I'm going to sell them at tomorrow's sale. That's another thing I wanted to tell y'all. I'm having a sale tomorrow at 10 o'clock, starts at 10. And I got a variety of these mini, vintage mini flashcards from Whitman. I am in love with those flashcards. They are so cute. I can't wait to show y'all. Um, like Timu. Hey, Carrie. Huh? What's like Timu tea? I love the colors in Snow White too. Cards are so cute on the edge. Like, yes, I love these. Love the minis. And she had sent me those a while back, several months back, and I kept them and kept them and kept them, and I think about them every now and again, and I think, how can I use them? How can I use it? Because I wanted them to be like a wow visual. You know what I mean? Like not just in a cluster, which I know, and I'm going to make some clusters later actually with those. I'm going to use them for some clusters that I'm going to do. But I, to me, I just thought these were perfect for that. It's kind of like the Monopoly money. The first time I saw Danielle at 11 Dancing Dandelions, wrap a page, like a plain page like this. She wrapped a piece of Monopoly money around I thought, oh my God, that is just ingenious. I loved it. I loved it. Oh yeah, yeah, Timu. Now listen, Timu and sizes. Yes, you're right, T. That is exactly right. They drive me crazy with that. That little birthday book when it came, and that was probably my fault because eBay usually is pretty good about giving you the dimensions. But yeah, Timu's not always so much. Anyway, this is a wraparound. Did a wraparound little thingamajig here. The only difference is I did not glue this side down. I wanted it to be a flip out so that I could have some journaling space available here. And this is wrapping paper, but it's not shiny on this side either. So you can actually write here and you can write here. So just a couple of little flips there. And then I did these little cards, which I've shown y'all before, as little tucks here. And then I added the little magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. I do like to do that with books. If there's a significant saying in the book or something that we, like my name is Ishmael or, whatever you may, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, those kind of things. I like to take those out of the book and put them somewhere. This is the money and a promissory note. And then this was just something, again, Danielle at Butterbun Bookery sent me in Happy Mail. I really do, y'all, listen to me. If you have ever sent me Happy Mail, I want you guys to know this, that I really, not only do I appreciate it so much, I do try to use that in especially the makes that I make that I know I'm going to pass on to others. Because I just think that I've been blessed by that, and that's my way of sending that blessing forward. So just know that I now I hoard a lot too. Yeah, I hoard a lot, but oh, you have to miss it, Earlene. Well, that's okay. Just it's okay. We'll do it again. Leslie and I are going to do it again. This is a little tuck here, and then this is from a children's little handwriting book that I have, that one, and the page was long enough that I could tuck it like that. So a lot of writing space there. This was here. I think everybody's seen that. This is new. These I am. If y'all don't know this about me, let me tell y'all something. I have a whole. I'm gonna call it a box. We'll call it a box full of these Dollar Tree little teachers, little things. I don't know what you call them, but when I go to the Dollar Tree, this is the first place I go to, is that teacher section back there to see if they have any new kind. I have way too many of them. And I really do try to send them in Happy Mail because I have, again, way too many of them. And I don't know why, but I'm fascinated with them. I love them. Love, love, love them. So did some while you were outs in this little tuck, and then did this little tuck here, which I feel like I should sew around. I don't know. We'll see. And I feel like I should have a visual here too, but whatever. So I was contemplating putting something here, but I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I did back the wallpaper with some vintage ledger so that you can use it as a writing space. This is my rose stamp that I absolutely love, that stamp. And then look at him, y'all. I didn't even have to cut his finger off. He wound up fitting perfectly. Like he really does. He fits just right. And he's so perfect on this yellow. I love him. I want to make more of him. You have a box too, Janet. Are you as fascinated? You must be as fascinated then. Girl, listen, Janet. If you ever see the paper monkeys, they don't sell them here anymore. Let me know, and I will pay you, because I always, or I try to put, if I send a mail of any kind, I try to put one paper monkey on the outside of the box, and like I have a couple of packs, but I'm gonna run out of them eventually. So yeah, the paper monkey ones are my favorites. Of course they are, right? This is just one of those paper strips. I got this from Danielle at Butterbun Bookery though. This is where I got the idea to start making my paper strips because, I mean, I didn't know that. This is new. Okay, this right here, I backed with some matte paper that you could scribble on, came out of this book. I'm telling this book, oh my God. It is a visual treat for the eye for sure. Oh, Susan, thank you so much for looking. Yes, thank you, Janet. Thank you, thank you. The paper monkey ones, I even have Leslie is in North Louisiana, like y'all know, and she's looked up there. I don't know if they're going to bring them back. Ooh, I wish I'd have known back in the day. Cause listen, I would have. This was on my desk. I've told y'all that before. This was just, it fell out of an Ideals magazine that I'd recently found. It was exactly like this. It was torn, like I did nothing to it. I didn't tear this off. I just stuck it to the page because I absolutely loved it. So that's there. Then I don't think there's too much else that's new in here, guys. Oh, is Joni still with us? I wanted to show Joni. Look how cute your little crocheted heart paper clip came out. It's just perfect. It is perfect in here. And then this is a large journaling card. Here comes the fun, y'all. Love this image. This came out of a different, this was not a little golden book, but it was a Snow White book. And I absolutely loved how they have the sparkle in their eyes and everything. It was so fun. I glued this down to the page. Then this little fairies. I did not cover this. I feel like I should have, or put something over it. It may or may not. I don't know. We'll see. This came from Renee's at it again. She sent those in her happy mail. This is, y'all, Hazel and Naka sent me 3 of these uh, pattern blocks, and this was Snow White almost 2 years ago. Wasn't even thinking about Disney Princess journals at that time. So when I say Happy Mail comes when it's supposed to and has what it's supposed to have in it, I'm not joking. Just absolutely perfect. In fact, I watched Hazel's interview this morning with Jana, the preppy crafty girl. If y'all haven't seen it, it's a good one. Y'all go check it out. This is duct tape. This is duct tape, y'all. Came from Renee's at it again. Isn't that funny? I can't wait to use that, some more of that. A little tuck spot here. Some more of that little uh, practice handwriting paper workbook. Little apple page. Oh, and Teresa, look what I did, girl. When I said I didn't like how all the yellows didn't really blend because this goldenrod threw it off. To me, it did. When I was first putting it together, I thought it would be okay because of the orangey blend in here, but it threw it off for me. Okay. And then he has a little darker kind of yellow. Teresa said, do a little piping of rickrack that's green to tie it all together. So thank you for that idea, Teresa. And again, if y'all don't think that I don't use your ideas, I do. Ask Miss Eva. Miss Eva gave me one of the best ideas I ever had and I ever used in a journal. So I will. I'll listen. I'll listen to y'all. The little notepad again with a little flip out and then a little tuck here for that. Doc, I wanted him since he's like, I guess he's supposed to be, I don't know what he looks like he's looking at the flower, but I put flowers on that side to cover up this that says Hello Fall. And then this is a vintage postulette from Current. And this came from my friend Angela, the traveling crafter. Yes, ma'am, Miss Eva. You know what you did, girl. And then that's that die cut that we ran and got that does rickrack. It's so wonderful. Hey, Mama Juju. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I went ahead and glued this all down. I I thought about leaving it open on the sides, but I felt like this book page wouldn't have stood the test of time. I kind of felt like that. If I would have thought about it, I could have backed it and then made it a pocket, but I didn't. But I think it'll be okay. Little rose card. This came in Happy Mail. And then this also came in Happy Mail, the little Snow White card. Again, with this is that wrapping paper, and it's matte, y'all. It's not glossy on the other side, so you can very easily write on both sides of that. And then this little Snow White card, little tuck. And then this. I want to, what do y'all think about if we do some more ephemera makes with, I was actually thinking about either Richard Scarry or the vintage readers again. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that idea. Maybe we can do a live, not this weekend because I have the live. I have the live on Saturday, and y'all know, I would go live all the time, but how would y'all miss me if I never go away, right? And so I was thinking about maybe my next live we would do an ephemera make with like that, either because y'all know I love the children's illustrations. So like Richard Scarry or the readers, because I have a bunch of readers too. But I could do Little Golden Books. I tell you what I'll do. I'll post a poll. I will. I'll post a poll on my community tab, and I'll give y'all an option to vote there. Maybe I'll do like Little Golden Book ephemera, reader, vintage children's reader ephemera, or Richard Scarry ephemera. Oh, but we have Winnie the Pooh also. Oh, shoot. I'll think about it. I'll do a poll. Anyway, so 3 different little butterflies. And then this is the other side. You'll see, you can feel it here. There's the other side of that fabric block that had Snow White on it. And I just covered it with, this is matte wrapping paper that you can write on. And in between, I put a cardstock so it's hard. And then I did a little flip of pages here. But again, it's hard on this side so you can write here. Then this, again, Dollar Tree. And then the Monopoly money. And the other side of the fairies. And then I did a little music card with some of the cut off from the scrapbook paper that's used in here. And then that's those Dollar Tree little gems that I just put back to back on a paper clip. Oh, and this. Did I show y'all this? I don't know if I showed y'all this. That's the princess pattern that Renee sent me. So I took that out to cover that. And then I cut out the front of the pattern, the little girls on the front. And then I just put them on a file folder. And then I gave you a Cinderella, a paper doll Cinderella. And then that and that. And then I covered the back. I don't always do this, but on the last one I did, and on this one I did. Oh, and on Sleeping Beauty I did, I think. Covered the back so it's hard, and you can write on here, or you could glue, pictures on here or whatever. And I put one of these, and then here's a different one out of those flashcards that I just got, and it's a semi-gloss on the back. So you'd have to be, maybe a ballpoint pen or something and let it dry before you put it back, because it's not gloss, but there is a little bit of a shine to it. So you'd have to kind of watch if you wrote on that. You could put a picture on the back too, and then that. So there's that one. Now y'all ready for Sleeping Beauty? Oh, I hope y'all like Sleeping Beauty. I'm just reading here. Janet, it was fun. Hazel is a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart. Oh, Jonna, can I tell you how much I enjoyed your interview? How fascinating. I absolutely loved it. But let me tell you something too. When you were, I never identified with somebody so much until you started talking about sewing in signatures. They were the bane of my absolute existence. I would wait till the bitter, when I tell you, I I felt it in my soul when you were talking about sewing in signatures. Can I tell you, and this may not work for you, but I'm going to tell you what has saved me and how I like it doesn't even bother me anymore. Cree Rama, Kri Rama. I don't know if you follow her or not. In a video that I was watching several months back now of hers, she said something, and I went, "Hold on a minute, what? What do you do? Rewind." She takes her signatures. Okay, you know how we all like we'll clip them in, right? We'll clip them with paper clips or whatever to sew them in. And mine would always slip and move. And I'm telling you, when you were talking last night, I thought, oh my God, I remember that feeling. Cree said and I did it with these, I've done it with every journal since I heard this. She will put her signatures together and she will take them to her sewing machine and she will stitch down the center of that signature. Now, sometimes she said she will stitch all the way down. Sometimes she'll just stitch a few stitches at the top and a few stitches at the bottom, just enough to hold them together. It has changed my life. That has changed my life. I'm telling you, I don't know if that's something you would consider or you'd want to try, but Jonna, I'm telling you, I don't even think twice about now. It has made it so, like I just do it now. I don't hesitate. I don't dread it. I just know that it's gonna be. It has worked perfectly for me. So if that helps you, please go forth and prosper with it. But I felt that in my very soul. I really, really did. I hope that that is of help to you. But I did it in all three of these journals. I can tell you right now, and the signatures, as you can see here, they are very like the actual junk journal signatures are very thick. So Samuel L. Jackson will get mad at me and I'll kind of have to help it along a little bit. So consider that if you do it. But I've loved it. I have absolutely loved it. Anyway, let's get into this journal. And this is actually, this is two Happy Meals combined. This this piece right here came from Denise. And then this little sword came from Renee's At It Again. So I just combined them and I said, you know what? I'm going to make it removable because I really didn't want to cover this up. I think it's pretty, but I loved it. And it has all of this going on down here too. So look, we've got a once upon a time. Got a little purple moment, got a little love, got a little heart, got a little flower, another little purple moment, and then this is a little castle. So, got all that going on. Again, the first two signatures of this little Golden Book Junk Journal, and I really do like that. I don't know if I'll keep doing it, but I do like it, and I did it in all three of these. But I did the sparkly tabs on this one. And then I did the book corners that are gold on these. I covered, this is a piece of chipboard. This is the barcode, so I just covered the barcode with that piece of chipboard. Okay, let's get into this one because I don't think y'all have seen it. I don't think I'm going to leave this like this. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I didn't want to rush it. So this may look different. If anybody out there in YouTube land would consider ordering this may look a little different. Let me see what you try using denim needle to sew through the thicker items. Oh, Susie, I love you too. I think this is a great way to start my day too. I really do. You know, when we talked, when Jonna and Hazel were talking last night about being, whether you're an introvert and all that, I'm definitely an introvert. I will tell you that, and I know, and I've known this about myself for many, many, many years, and I do get re-energized from being with myself. Now I'm borrowing that phrase from Jana, and I love that she says it's not by myself, it's with myself. I have always appreciated the quiet. I don't I don't need I just don't need the energy of other people to energize me. In fact, sometimes being around people will drain me a lot, depending on the situation. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But with my YouTube friends, I it's a very different experience that I have with you guys. And I don't know why I'm going off track here, but let me just say this because I think it's important that you guys know this. You guys give me energy. It's just a totally different experience. And I think, and I know, I'm pretty sure I know this, it's because we are also like minded. We may have never in the real world, we may have never ever connected over anything because we are each so different, you know? Some retired, some work in healthcare, some work in what you know what I mean? Like our paths may have never crossed, but because we have this craft, that's more than a craft if you ask me, it's art because we are experiencing art at this level together. It gives me energy. So thank you all for being here this morning and for being at all my lives and interacting with me in video because it has just been such an incredible experience for me. Oh, thank you, Hope. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Joni. Oh, yes, please take notes. Because I told who was it that it was Carla's video, but I said this. She got some happy mail from someone, one of her subscribers, and I said, yeah, I said, listen, my name may be the Paper Monkey, but that's just AKA for copycat because everything I see y'all do, I want to do it too. Anyway, let's flip through this thing. Let's see what we got on Sleeping Beauty. She stayed asleep, so I don't think y'all have seen this. This is a vintage Sleeping Beauty. So she is vintage. I can't remember what year. Does it say here? 1986. She's a 1986. So nothing like there was no glassine envelope, no tuck yet. I did a little tuck on this one though, on the second signature of the book. But you can see she's in pretty good shape. I did cut her down. So if she didn't lose too much of the wording, I don't believe. I think all the book is still readable. Pretty sure I was able to cut her down, in case you wanted to read. This is the only tuck that I put on the book side of it. Okay. So there's this. This was a vintage Disneyland ticket. Again, came from Happy Mail. Isn't that fascinating? And I just put some vintage ledger. Put some vintage ledger so you would have something to write on there. Now, each signature starts with this type of page. Okay, so there's that. And then I found this this dress, this ball gown in a magazine that Candace sent me from Candy Cane Creates, and I knew it had to go in here. And so I just added a little lace to the bottom of it. So she tucks right up under this little heart paper clip, and the lace comes and peeks through the bottom, which I love. Now, this is bottom of a paper bag. We've all kind of seen this, and it's full of goodies. I'd done that early on, and I'd gotten away from it, and I was doing something with some paper bags. Y'all haven't seen it yet. I was doing something with some paper bags, and I had the bottom, and I was like, well, let me just use that in there because I wanted to. This purple is kind of hard to write on, and I thought, well, let me just do that. This is coffee dyed paper, of course. And then you've got this belly band came from Denise in Happy Mail. I wanted to use this and I backed it with a purple little index card. And then I wanted to use this purple, a lot of purple in here. Uh, yeah, a lot of purple in here. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Shauna. Um, this is, oh, okay. Talk about the Dollar Tree little notepads. That's another one. I haven't seen this one in a long time either. A long time. Vintage ledger paper. And then this, I don't know if you'll be able to see that on here. I ran that through the embosser. It's my Fleur de Lis uh, emboss folder, embossing folder, but that's what that is. And Fleur de Lis because of royalty. And this is at the table when they all fell asleep. So that's mom and dad. And then I just put a little tag right there and backed it on some file folder. So there's that. Now this was a piece, you're going to see the other side of this as a book page. You're going to see the other side of it. But I went ahead and just put some paper on it. So if you wanted to jot a little note here. Of course, green bar paper, right? But I put, this is vintage coin wrappers, but I cut them so you could open them up so you could write here if you wanted a little. And then if you wanted to, of course, you could, you could close that up and put, do whatever. But then I I had my vintage Sears catalog out recently for something, and I remember seeing the French provincial furniture, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna put one of those little ads for a bed in there. So I thought that was cute. And then this little tag here if you wanted to write on the back. I just had this little paper here just to give it a little more color. This is just a sticker, some paper, and then this fabric came from Renee's Done It Again, and then I did the little leaf stitch around it. And then this little tuck coordinates, this little eyelet coordinates with the eyelet on the spine. And so, oh, this fell off. So this is a little pom-pom paper clip. Did the same thing here on this ledger with this. So you have a little writing space here, hidden but not hidden. And then this is wallpaper. I left it. I didn't cover it just because the visual's so pretty, but I covered this side of it so it became your signature. So it has, you can write here, and then your paper doll for sleeping is here. And then this is just it. I embossed it and closed it all. It's not even a like you can see here. It'd be hard to write on. It's really just for visual. This, I want y'all to know something about this paper clip. If y'all ever go back on my on my shorts, because I have a playlist with all my shorts, scroll to one of the very first ones. That almost 2 years ago, people. That's how old this paper clip is. But I liked it. I thought it was cute. And I said, okay, we'll use that. And then another one of those vintage coin wrappers. Oh, that sparkling purple wallpaper. I know, right? I know. So I got a bunch of Bose stickers recently from Temu. I was gonna do the haul, but it was so small. I said, let me just. It really was small. So that's just a little right there on that white page. And then here's the other side of that page with baby sleeping white. And then I wanted to use this. This rickrack was so pretty to me. Got that in a Happy Mail. And then on again with a notepad, and then this one here. So here's the other side of that page that was short on that side where I put some little writing space. And then there's mom and dad. And then this came in Happy Mail also. This little bag was a Happy Mail. This little paper clip was a Happy Mail. But this, I had in my stash. I had made a bunch of map bases, cards, just plain on the back. And I said, let me just give that right there. And then that's another one of those little, from another Sleeping Beauty book. And then this little note card here. And then here it, I guess this may be a better look for y'all at my embossing folder. Just wanted to, just the purple moment, right? Let's see. Your turn, Teresa, huh? And then there is that vellum, that floral vellum. Here's a white vellum. And then that is a large note card here on one of the large index cards. And then one of these little roundy paper clips. This, I've never shown these. I wonder if I have them here somewhere. Probably couldn't get my hands on them. This is a Liberty of London's tag. I bet you I could find them. Wait a second. You think I'm joking? Look. Yes. Look at the patterns on here. They're so small, though, but they are all from Liberty of London fabrics. Isn't that cool, y'all? I had to have those. Bye, Mama Juju. Have a great day. Someday my prince will come. Mine did. My honey's pretty darn good. Now he still gets on my nerves too, yeah, but but he's pretty good. And then here is some this came in Happy Mail. Love this one. This trim is so pretty. I wish I could find that. You went to Liberty of London? Shauna. Oh my God. I bet it was fascinating. This is one of those. We recently, at the most recent Hobby Lobby big clearance they had these cards. And this was not on this plain white part. I just added it it's from a Happy Planner. So there's that. And then here's another one of those little Dollar Tree note cards. Oops. Oops. Don't y'all think I love these mini paper clips? Do not get me wrong, but when I tell you they are fiddly, right? So then this is vintage ledger paper. So I went ahead and reinforced the pocket with some washi. Yeah. And I love this flounciness on the top. I didn't think I'd like that. But I thought, let me just try it. And you know what? I kind of like it because the roses and the rose here. But I kind of do like it. This is another one of those flashcards that I just got. And I said, let me just decorate it up. Here's another one of those Liberty of London tags. This is a Temu card tee. They're pretty thick. I was pleased with those. Let me show y'all this one. This is neat. About 6 months ago, maybe, I was in Walmart walking down the clearance aisle, and they had this coupon book. And this was one of the coupons in it. And it's matte. Like it was a neat coupon book. Or is a neat coupon book. So that's where that came from. And then here's your paper doll in this one. Him and her dancing. It's backed on white cardstock. And then if Angela were here, she was the one that said, take the yellow dress that Renee's Out Again sent you and put it on the head of Belle. Well, I couldn't take the whole dress because it would have bunched up too much. But I took the bottom and I said, that is absolutely perfect. So that's Angela's idea. Bye, Teresa. No worries. Then this is some envelopes that I made a while back. And we have on the inside a little note card and a little self-care card. And I put a little gold floral moment there. And then again with the 3 little bitty kind of tucks. Here's another one of those flashcards that I just got. I just think they're cool. I don't even know what brand it is. It said like teacher's value pack on it. I'm a little princess. Those little stickers came from Renee. Just embellished there, that little purple scrapbook. Here's another one of those coupons. Are they cute? I just love those. It was this ledger paper was kind of tearing here, so I just reinforced that with washing. Here's another one of those die cuts we recently got. Love it. Then this is a Sleeping Beauty little index tab. Y'all, look what I did. Mm-mm. Look what I did, y'all. Okay, speaking of sewing in signatures, Jana. Yeah, I sewed in. This is the tab. That is a tab. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Okay. I'll cut it in a minute. Then there's that trim again. Here's the pink sparkly version of that wallpaper. And then this, I loved this scene. This was not from a Little Golden Book. It was from a different version of Sleeping Beauty. And I thought it was so dramatic. And I just made it a little tuck. And I have this stencil that does the lines. And I took my gold pen, which you can't really tell, but that's what it's supposed to be, a gold pen. And then I covered the back with that fabric block that Hazel had sent a long time ago. And I made it a tuck. And then I gave you, this is a little, of course, Edith Holden. And I stuffed it full of little vintage, it's a vintage card that I just love. Got that recently in Happy Mail. Wild Roses Bring Happy Thoughts. This is some batik fabric that I had. This came from, I think this one, oh, I'm sure this one came from Angela the Traveling Crafter. Here's more of that birthday book. Little note spot. And then just all in here, and it should slide pretty easily. And I didn't close it up because of that, because I wanted you to be able to have something to pull on, but I did sew the sides down so it's pretty secure, or it's very secure. So there's that. And that's it. They're done. They're done. I I've been thinking about what am I going to work on next. I need to put this in there. And I'm thinking about actually doing some glue books. Thank you so much, Susan. Because I found a series of books, y'all. Oh my goodness. It's a whole collection, and I might do glue books next. We'll see. We'll see. But for my next live, I'm going to put that community poll out and give y'all an option. We'll do maybe some ephemera makes. That's what I'm thinking anyway for my next live, because y'all know I really do enjoy this. And I hope I get to see y'all tomorrow at 10 a.m. Me and Leslie are going to be. Thank you so much, Kat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate that a lot. Eva, I love you, girl, my Texas sister. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna think through kind of what I want to, because I want to do something different. And I've done one glue book. I have never shown it to y'all. I have the video and everything. I've just never shown it to y'all. But I'm thinking that may be, hey, Pam Vanny, thank you so much for being here. Erlene, I appreciate you. Hope. Oh, good. I'm glad you're gonna be there, Hope. I got a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff. So yeah, thank y'all so much for starting the morning with me and for getting my morning started in such a great way. I appreciate it. I'm gonna let y'all go, though. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all go have a wonderful, happy Friday, and we'll chat soon, I'm sure. Thanks, Joni. Thank you, girl. We'll chat soon, you guys. Y'all have a great Friday.